Ecowas court awards 20 million naira against Nigerian government for detaining man 16 years without trial. Can you imagine? 16 years, no trials. Orders is immediate release. Yes, they should release him. Because what is going on in this country? There are so many people in court now. So many. That their case has not even been heard at any court, and they are just there. Some have spent 20 years, but some have spent the whole of their life in prison. No trial. There's no evidence if they did what they said they did. Some of them are just arrested for nothing and they are there without trial. Can you imagine? It is well with us in this country. The Economic Community of West African States, Ecowas, Court of Justice has ordered the immediate release of Nigerian businessman Moses Abiodun, who was being unlawfully detained since 2009. Without trial. Can you imagine? A 16 years old is already a secondary school graduate. So he kept somebody in prison for 16 years without trial. God will judge all of you because it's just wicked. In a ruling delivered on Thursday, the Ecowas court also ordered the Nigerian government to pay the sum, of 20 million naira in compensation. That 20 million naira itself is small. Where is he supposed to start his life from? 20 million naira, if he carries it to the market now, before you know it has finished. It's so wicked. Such a wicked act. I hope that they pay the compensation because this country needs to obey order. To pay the sum of 20 million naira in compensation for what it described as multiple violations of Abiodun's fundamental human rights. According to the news agency of Nigeria, NAN, Abiodun filed suit number ECW/CCJ/APP/56/22, claimed that he was arrested in November 2008 by operatives of the now defunct Special Anti-Robbery Squad SARS people, and detained for 5 months without charge. He said he was later remanded on March 23, 2009 by a magistrate court in Lagos. However, throughout the 16 years of his detention, Abiodun stated he was never formally charged, tried, or convicted. The applicant argued that his detention amounted to a gross violation of his rights under the African Charter on Human and People's Rights and other international treaties to which Nigeria is a signatory. In his defense, the Nigerian government denied the allegation. What are you denying? And challenged the authenticity of the remand warrant. The Nigerian government also questioned the admissibility of the case, but delivering judgment, the court held that the prolonged detention constituted a grave violation of Abiodun's right to liberty, freedom of movement, and protection from inhumane and degrading treatment. What did he even do that they arrested him? Might not be for anything, no. Just arrested somebody and put him in prison for 16 good years. The court ruled that the detention was in breach of Article 6 of the African Charter and Article 9 of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights (ICCPR) concerning the right to liberty, and Article 12 of both the African Charter and the ICCPR regarding freedom of movement. The court further ruled that the action of the Nigerian government against Abiodun was in breach of Article 7, subsection 1d of the African Charter concerning the right to trial without a reasonable time, and Article 5 of the African Charter and Article 7 of the ICCPR on the prohibition of inhumane and degrading treatment. The continued detention of the applicant without trial is tantamount to anticipatory punishment and constitutes inhumane and degrading treatment, the court declared. Yes. The judgment was delivered by a 3-member panel presided over by Justice Sengu Koroma, Vice President of the Ecowas Court. Justice Edward Asante read the judgment, with Justice Beribe Outara also serving on the panel. The court reiterated its order for the immediate release of Abiodun, and mandated the Nigerian government to pay 20 million naira in damages for the gross human rights violation he endured. The Ecowas court ruling underscores the growing scrutiny of prolonged and unlawful detention in Nigeria. There is a lot. If you come and check, you will see a lot of people that are in prison that did not do anything. They are just there. It is well. Emmanuel says, make I hear say Nigerian government obey court order for this life. It is well. We hope that they obey. Achimao Moses says, if Nigeria obeys, make I bend. If Ecowas do anything, make I bend. Now wow. Can you imagine? Edion Senyene says, if Nigeria government obey, make I use my leg run from Oyo to Lagos. Can you imagine? So the person will still be detained. And even if they are not going to pay him the 20 million naira, at least they should let him go. How can you detain somebody for 16 years and no trial? Now wow. Moika says, Nigerian government no dey obey court order for a very long time now. Yes, we know, they no dey obey. It is here, it is well. Annie Boch says 16 years should be 180 million naira and above. Exactly, I said that 20 million naira is too small. But now people are even saying that they will not even obey. It is well. Emeka Okpabi says, as if Nigeria understand what is law, no obeys any. It is well. It is well. Okoye Stanley says, this our country no get shame. Shame for where? No better news don't come out for their head. Fidelis Agon says, I think the same Ecowas gave order for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. They gave order for Nnamdi Kanu's release and yet he's still in prison. Wow. Then that means they're not really going to obey. They are really not going to obey. McDonald says 20 million naira is too small, way too small. Way too small for 16 years of his life in prison. It is too small. Samson Ikemefuna says, they think he's an Igbo man. Never knew he's a Yoruba man. What's this one saying? I beg, let's say a word. Marcus Michael says, I don't see Nigeria finish, Abi. It is the way. It is well, though. So what is 20 million naira? Myself, I'm wondering, what is 20 million naira? What is he supposed to do with 20 million naira? He wants to rent a house, 20 million naira. That's finished now. Before he rents a house, before he furnishes it, what does he want to do? Does he want to set up a business? What does he want to do with 20 million naira? It's too small for real. Successful Corey says, when money is involved, authorities will go against the law. When I get to heaven, I will hold Nigeria flag to show God that I don't need to go to hell because I have been there and I have been punished in advance. I'm telling you, even God knows that Nigerians have suffered. We've seen hell on earth. No be small. It is well. Psalmist Chico says, Nigeria won't obey and Ecowas won't do anything. We already know the end from the beginning. Wow, this is serious. This is a serious matter. This is a serious matter. Ken Uzochi Ubani says, that is the zoo court. Law doesn't exist in Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Even that 20 million naira, Nigerian government will not pay the money. Bet me. Wow. It is well. Now listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts. Don't forget to like, to share and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.